If your mind were a gym, would you be the guy who just takes mirror selfies? Or the lunatic lifting a barbell with the weight of life on it? Spoiler, most people are just there for the story. But what if I told you, mental strength has nothing to do with some magical discipline gene, or being born with a winner's mindset, and everything to do with how you handle discomfort? Like cold showers, waking up early without smashing snooze, or the hardest one, sending a message in a group chat and getting ghosted without crying into your pillow. This isn't some feel-good, sunset background motivational fluff. This is a real plan. And by the end, you'll understand why Zeca, a stick figure who looks like he was drawn by a sleep-deprived intern, is mentally tougher than half the influencers with podcast mics. Ready to face life like it's the UFC and there's no ref? Sit down, drop the ego, and let's go. The internet loves to romanticize mental toughness, but no one tells you what it actually looks like. It's not reading 5 books a month with your eyes half closed like you just discovered enlightenment. It's not rooftop yoga at 5 a.m. holding a green smoothie. And it's definitely not posting about overcoming adversity after one half-assed workout. Real mental strength isn't glamorous. It's built backstage, when no one's watching, no one's clapping, and only you know how hard it was not to quit. While most people treat resilience like it's an Instagram filter, real folks are out here juggling bills, anxiety, toxic bosses, and that inner voice that won't shut up. Everyone has problems. The difference is how you react when everything falls apart and no one's coming to save you. That's when true strength is born. And guess who's here to show you how it's done? Yep, that stick figure with a permanent anxiety face. Because he lives right on the edge between meltdown and evolution. The truth is simple. Most people don't have weak minds. They have untrained minds. Everyone wants to be resilient, but no one wants to go through what actually builds resilience. It's like wanting 6-pack abs without giving up pizza and Netflix. Good luck with that. Mental strength doesn't come from motivational speeches or epic reels. It's built when you stare discomfort in the face and say, "This sucks. It's hard, but I'm doing it anyway." Then you do it again and again until it becomes part of who you are. Took cold showers without screaming like a toddler. Woke up early without negotiating with his pillow. Worked out even when he looked like an inflatable tube man having a breakdown. Now, he doesn't run from discomfort. He uses it as a mental gym. And this isn't just YouTube wisdom. Studies from Stanford show that people who voluntarily face discomfort develop better self-control and make smarter decisions under pressure. That means getting out of bed when you want to disappear already puts you ahead of 80% of people waiting to feel ready. Zeca's failed, flopped, ghosted himself, sabotaged himself. But every time he got back up, he earned something no one could hand him. Confidence built the hard way. You know those people who say, "Trust the process"? Yeah. The process includes tripping, bleeding, and going viral for it. And that's exactly where you start becoming unbreakable. So now that the hype is out of the way, here's the real question. What can you actually do to train your mind like a muscle? The answer isn't some $300 course or a silent retreat in Bali. It's in small daily habits, done on purpose, with discomfort included. Start with what's hard before life forces you to. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, said, "UK, don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. If your system includes smashing snooze and scrolling until your brain melts, guess what? You've already started falling. Do what Zeca does. Choose the hard stuff before the hard stuff chooses you. Wake up without hitting snooze. Try a 3-minute cold shower. Do that one thing you've been avoiding. Yes, even that awkward phone call. Move your body to train your brain." A Harvard study, 2017, showed that regular exercise increases the size of the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and emotional regulation. Translation: every push-up is also a punch against chaos. David Goggins, former Navy SEAL, calls this callousing the mind. When you do things that hurt, but you do them anyway, you build mental calluses, and the world respects that. Zeca isn't. An athlete, But every day he makes his body obey, and the brain follows. Practice courage in safe environments. Psychologist Jordan Peterson says, courage doesn't come from the absence of fear. It comes from voluntary exposure to it. You don't need to skydive. Just speak up. Post the idea. Ask the question. Zeca once said good morning in a group chat with 53 people, and no one replied. He survived. Now he even sends good night without flinching. Don't wait for motivation. Build friction-based discipline. Angela Duckworth, author of Grit, found that discipline beats talent and IQ as a predictor of long-term success. Zeca has a rule. Every day, he does something boring, hard, or uncomfortable on purpose. Reads instead of binge-watching. Does chores while listening to a podcast. On Stoicism, sends that email he's been dreading for a week. Not impressive. That's the point. Because brick by brick, that's how you build a mind that won't break. You don't need to become a Navy SEAL. You don't need to shave your head, drink butter coffee, and scream discipline at 5 a.m. All you need is to make one simple decision. Stop running from discomfort and start using it as training. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be sure. You just need to do it. Scared, tired, unmotivated. Do it anyway. Because it's in those small, invisible choices that you build the kind of mind that doesn't shatter when life punches first. Zeca is still just a stick figure, but he figured out something most self-help experts in tailored suits haven't. Real mental strength isn't pretty, but it's real. And if you're ready to take it to the next level, there's a video on this channel revealing what no one tells you about cold showers. Seriously, there's stuff in there that'll challenge you more than you think. Click over, face the cold, and meet me in the next round. Because now you're not just trying to look strong, you're becoming unbreakable.